welcome back to Off the Path Podcast, episode 5.
Episode 5.
Episode 5.
Already 5.
Yeah.
With our guest.
Special guest,
Yeah,
Harrison.
thank you very much. Yeah, I had a gun held to my head, so I felt like I had to do it. No, I'm joking. It's good. I feel very honoured. I feel like I'm in the behind the scenes.
It is awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
You're getting the sneak peek.
Yeah.
So yeah, first guest, we're so excited. We've got loads of things to talk about.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that. They haven't briefed me.
But no, it's going to be brilliant. It's going to be a smashing episode. And I thought, well, how can we introduce our guests? Because we plan to get a few guests on. You're not going to be the special one.
Okay.
Might be a few podcasts. Oh, no. See, Nave?
Yeah,
See,
right,
yeah.
keep going.
You got this.
You're good.
You might have a few visits to the podcast.
Really?
If the crowd love you.
Yeah.
We'll see.
This guy's hot.
This could be one of many.
We'll see, lads. We'll see how it goes.
If you're an audio listener, then I'll definitely recommend visual for today because
Hunk of a man we have here.
I wouldn't say hug. I've put a bit of timber. Look at the camera. Look at the size of me. Thank you very
he
much.
is just wham.
I wish I was. I used to be. Not anymore. Those days are gone.
But no, yeah, exciting stuff. But I thought, how can we introduce our guests to the podcast? And I thought, oh, do you know what? All right, we can write a little like special something about our guest. But instead, Harrison was like, oh, do you know what? I'll write this.
I haven't wrote this. This is a complete lie.
So, Brad, if you wouldn't mind just giving up the script to our guest, he can introduce himself.
Yeah, I haven't wrote this. Nathan,
You haven't read it.
I haven't even read it. So let's see how it goes. Hi, my name is Harrison, or H. Cliffy Footy Boist. Brilliant. That's an old one. Old Snapchat. I love my girlfriend loads. Whenever she needs to be somewhere, I will always take her in my car. My heart is huge, though. I love my friends. I probably see them once a month. When I do, I have a great time. One good thing about me is I've stopped lying. My nose couldn't grow any bigger, mate. It's just the oldest joke in the book. Couldn't grow any bigger. After my last lie 2 years ago, I used to be the best at football. At school, they called me the GOAT, and I was probably the best until my career-changing injury. I couldn't tell you how excited I am to be on the first guest on Off the Path podcast. I can't speak now either.
That's fine. I think you did very well.
Yeah,
That's very good.
Because
it's great. I mean, Footy Boys, that's a classic. Obviously, Molly will be glad she had a little drop in there as well.
Of course.
Yeah.
The Pinocchio and the nose jokes a little bit far.
Far?
Boys, yeah, it's a little bit far. And yeah, career-changing injury. I'd be in the Prem if it wasn't for my knees, mate.
Thank you very much. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's all right, pal. Well, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Feel
Yeah.
honoured. Thank
Do you like your introduction?
Yeah, I mean, if anything, it's made me feel a little bit more awkward.
Okay,
Brilliant. If I didn't feel awkward already, so appreciate that. But yeah, no, it's great. It's great.
No, good.
Yeah.
So yeah, what you been up to? You got anything on there?
It's working, mate.
Yeah.
Just working. Getting ready for Christmas, 1st December today. So
Nice.
looking forward to Christmas.
Am I right in saying that you're maybe 6 weeks into your new job, if that?
Yeah, probably 6-7 weeks in. Yeah.
How's that been?
Yeah, it's good. It's tough, but I've learned a lot. I've got a good team. Enjoyed the management, leadership, all that. So yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying it. It's in Reading. It's closer than my other job. So yeah, man, it's going well.
Nice.
It's going well.
Good
Nice.
stuff, mate. What about
Yeah.
you, Bradley?
What about me? Not a lot's changed since the last podcast.
No.
Had a couple exams.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Success.
Success.
Good.
They've gone well,
Good
which
stuff.
is good. Other than that, not really a whole lot.
What were the
No.
exams in?
Why do you ask?
I had
Can't work.
one in embedded electronics, and I had one in signals communications and something else,
Yeah, I don't know what I
Oh,
asked.
is it integrity?
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Cool. I'm sorry.
Something like that.
It's too techy for me. That's way over my head.
It's too tacky for me.
Yeah. What have I've been up to?
Yeah,
what have you been up to?
Dave, what have you been up to?
Harrison whispered it, that's all. No, I've not been up to much. I'm still unemployed.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that.
No,
Well, you might
sorry.
be a delivery driver.
Sorry?
You might be a delivery driver.
I might be a delivery driver. And I don't know if I told you, but I've got an interview on Thursday for a quite exciting job career.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A job career?
Job
What's
career.
a job career?
What's a job career?
Please
job
don't watch
career?
this if you're listening.
What's that?
It's
Please
a
don't
job
watch
career.
this.
God, I'm on fire.
Am I
No,
making you nervous, Nate? Is that
You're
what
making
it
me
is?
so
Yeah,
nervous.
it's alright, don't worry.
No, it's an exciting job in sports events. And they work alongside the F1.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh. Okay.
And I would dive in more, but I've really got way too excited thinking I've already got the job. No, but I think I've got the job, but I've just got this
Yeah.
thing that when I've got the interview, it's like, oh my god, I can plan my life around this now.
Yeah.
And I've only got an interview
Where is it
But-
based?
in between Banbury and Oxford.
That's not too far.
A good hour. But,
Yeah.
in the office 3 days a week.
Oh,
Hybrid
Oh, a
role.
little hybrid.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Nice.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, and yeah, it's so exciting, but I just need to stay calm.
Good
I
luck.
haven't got the job yet, thank you. So yeah, by the time we film the next podcast, I might have heard back from them. I would have definitely had the interview, so
Mhm.
I guess I'm doing a lot of prep for that. But no, I've not been up to a whole lot, to be honest. Yeah,
Nice.
it's exciting, really.
Yeah, invigorating stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess a bit more about Harrison.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I've got a script now. I'm joking. We went to the same school.
We did.
We didn't grow up together. Harrison grew up maybe 15 minutes drive away, so we didn't know each other until secondary school.
Yeah.
You were the one that kind of introduced Harrison to the rest of us.
Yeah, we clicked quite
Yeah, we were
quick.
boys.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brad, but we were boys. Yeah.
from year 7, I think.
Year 7,
it
yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
it was pretty special.
Yeah, it was. We hit it off, mate. Sorry.
Shall I leave you
a bit
to
weird
it?
now. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Because off the podcast with me and Harrison.
Yeah. Brilliant.
No, like we were just in like all the same classes, just clicked. It was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, I've got a new best friend. Kind of like, this is awesome.
Mhm.
So yeah, we've had secondary school together, and he came into our friendship group, if you like.
Yeah.
Maybe you formed the friendship group. Maybe you were.
No, you let
We formed it around you.
No, you didn't. No, you let me in. You let me in. Obviously, you boys were tight from primary school as well.
Yeah.
Weren't you? You had your group
Yeah.
from primary school, so I was the outsider. But yeah.
But quick to make
through.
friends. You were brilliant.
Well, look, we're all still friends to this day. So
Yeah, exactly.
We
And
did something. Yeah, somehow we did something right. So
We obviously went to the same sixth form.
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Well, not at the start. You decided to.
I tried something else, and then it just.
How long did that last, Harrison?
I think it was about 3 weeks.
Oh, was it?
Was it
Yeah.
that long? I thought it was about 3 days.
Yeah, maybe 3 days. Yeah, it was too far away, and yeah, I was like, no, who do I think I am? I'll come back to Forest.
Yeah.
So yeah, I came back to Forest, and yeah, we reunited after 3 weeks.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
maybe was the safe option, because I think about that sometimes, about sixth form, like, and college opportunities, especially like as a sports person wanting to pursue the rugby career. It was always like, is Forest just a safe option because it's close? That's all my friends are going. Like, I know I can scrape past the A levels.
Yeah.
I think 100% was a safe option.
So
I viewed it
A
as
safe what? Is it safe what?
I viewed it as a safe option.
Yeah,
Like, I wish I didn't go to Forest.
yeah. It's not that I wish I didn't, but I just think like, oh, there was definitely better opportunities out there.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think I do know what you're saying. I think I obviously loved Forest sixth form. In terms of school anyway. I didn't hate school. We
No.
had a good group at school.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I tried Farnborough Sixth for 2-3 weeks, and I think it was mainly just the journey. It was such a long day. I just couldn't be bothered, so I just came back. And it was I know what you're saying. It was comfortable at Forest. You knew all the teachers, we knew everyone, but I still had such a good time.
Yeah, and we've had a lot of like memories come up of like
Yeah,
6-7 years ago.
Yeah,
And it's just
They were so
hilarious, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
Seeing how like skinny everyone is as well is funny.
I know.
what are you trying to say, Brad?
Yeah, I was going to say that's rough, mate. I know I don't look great.
Yeah, me
That's rub it in.
Me included.
Yeah, no, sixth form was good. We had a good time, and it was good. We basically had our group again. I know James obviously went BCA, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Sorry.
Yeah, James. Yeah, James. Sorry, lad, I got you. Yeah, James went to BCA, but the rest of us were at Forest. So, yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, but I just find it so funny looking back at the videos, and it's like, this is so not funny, but it was like the peak of our humour, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, when I came in with like lines in my head, or lines in my eyebrows,
Oh,
like
Yeah.
haircuts, and you just used to film it. Or
What
Yeah.
type of lines were you thinking about?
No. Yeah, and you used to just film it, and now they're coming up 6-7 years ago today. It's like, oh my days.
It's crazy.
Those were,
And
the,
we-
those
yeah.
were the days. Those
And
were
then
the days.
there was like, obviously, sixth form, we do our driving test, and like, I passed first, but you two quite shortly followed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we would turn up to school with like, well, Harrison had a white, dirty, like, he had a white
So
car.
I live in like the middle of the woods, right? So my car's always dirty. So like Nath, Brad, Saul used to always think it was funny just to draw
Bunga?
stuff.
Bunga was the worst.
Okay, fine.
Bunga was the
I tried to
worst.
keep him out of it. Bunga would draw stuff in my car. I mean, there is one example I remember, which I'm not going to mention on here, which involved a school trip to the Forest School, and you wrote something on my car, and you know you did.
Involving the kids.
Yeah.
But-
so
No, that
yeah,
wasn't
I do.
me.
You
But
were
it was
heavily
involved.
influenced. You were influenced.
But obviously, you're allowed to park at school,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I mean, it was just hilarious, but so not funny now we're adults. But
Oh no,
it
so
is
not bad.
hilarious.
But back then it was hilarious. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, we kind of then followed each other through secondary school.
Yeah. Literally followed each other.
We did a bit.
Yeah.
Did a lot of the same.
You did like the same options, didn't you?
Only one.
Yeah, so I did geography, PE we had together, and I did economics, which was a bad idea.
That was a terrible
That was
idea.
terrible.
That was dreadful.
Yeah, that was bad. I wasn't very good at that.
No,
Or any of them, really.
no, but yeah, there are so many funny stories that I can just think come of that A-level. Sorry, Brad. The A-level PE.
Yeah,
class.
I wasn't with any of you for anything.
Sorry,
I feel like
Brad.
Brad's a bit left out at the moment.
Yeah.
A-level PE. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
Yeah, it
We
was
had a good
hilarious.
class. We had
We
a
had
good
such a good class. But we were so if you're in the PE class, we were like the funniest. We've no okay.
God, you sound like such
Yeah,
a
yeah,
dick.
he looks
No,
like
no,
he
no.
looks so
We
bad.
weren't class clowns, but like we had that perfect balance of getting along with the teacher because they were so sound, most of them.
But you did always suck up to teachers.
Yeah, you were a bit, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, I was as well, but you were, mate.
You were, so-
I think we were both as bad as each other.
You were up there. Yeah, I remember one story, right, with one teacher where, and he used to, every week, Nathan had a habit of forgetting his PE homework every week. And Nathan would be, and it's not funny, like it isn't funny, and I'll tell this story and no one will laugh, but he would dig through his bag and go, "Sir, it's in it somewhere." And he'd be standing over and watching. He'd be taking out lunches, other books, looking for this homework, and it'd be about 10 minutes in, be like, "Yeah, no."
No, if you haven't got it, have you? No, I have.
No, I have, sir. I have. Even then, it was hilarious. Now it's just not funny.
No, I think we can find it funny. I
Yeah,
think.
I found it funny.
Yeah.
It is.
You'd be there for about 10 minutes just emptying this bag. Go, "Sir, it's in here somewhere." It's not in there, is it, Nathan? No, I didn't do it.
Oh no, yeah, I forgot I didn't do it. Yeah, sorry, sir. But no, it was. But no, we never got in trouble for it because we were just too, not goody two shoes. Well,
No, I think we were like we were close to the teachers, so we knew what we could get away with. Like,
Yeah.
there were little things like we knew we could say or do that would normally get a little bit of a slap in the wrist, but we'd get away with it. I mean, for me, I'm not afraid to admit I wasn't a naughty kid in school. I wasn't like breaking the rules. I was just do my work and go home. But I think when we got to sixth form and we were speaking with the teachers, we knew like
You just took the piss a bit.
we could take them.
Yeah.
Some teachers we could take the mickey out of them. They'd go like, "Right, Harrison, that's enough now." Like, "Oh, okay, fine."
Yeah.
But no, it was good. I love sixth form. It was good fun. Good group.
and then we were in that school year where our second year of sixth form got cut short because of COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was what, like March time. We
Yeah, it
went
was
into lockdown.
March. Was March, yeah.
And it was like, I remember the first like maybe 2 weeks, month. It was like, oh, do we revise? Because like, could we still be doing
Yeah.
our exams?
Yeah.
And then when the news broke out, we didn't have exams. It was like, oh my god, sit on Warzone, sit on Fortnite.
Because all the teachers,
Hours on end.
because all the teachers said like the only thing that would mean there's no exams if there was like a world war.
Yeah.
I remember them saying that. We were like, okay, there'll be exams, and then
Yeah.
I went home. Yeah, exams cancelled, school shut. So yeah, just hopped on Warzone.
We spent so long on Warzone.
But you had nothing else to do.
No,
yeah.
You literally had nothing else to
Warzone,
do.
Fortnite,
Pro clubs.
Pro Clubs. We got to Division 1 and won it.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I was
You were
carried.
playing.
I was terrible. I was terrible.
You
at
were
FIFA.
shit.
I am terrible.
You
at
were
FIFA.
shit.
Yeah, got called short.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
it was a bit like restrictions became loose a bit in the first, like in like later on in that summer, and it was like, oh, do we go to uni? What's our next like step in terms of career?
Yeah.
And I personally deferred a university year and worked at the pub. Brad working at Screwfix.
Working at Screwfix for a year.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Which that was quite full on because like tradies could still work, couldn't they?
Yeah, so
So
I
you
was still
still-
working throughout lockdown.
Yeah.
Which was good because it gave me something to do when I was out of the house.
And Harrison, what did you do? This is go on.
Yeah, well, I went to America to play football.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was that guy that thought I was going to make it professional and
No.
got a bad knee. I'm joking. Yeah, I went out to the States on a football scholarship. Went to Southern California.
Oh yeah.
Which was nice. Yeah, SoCal. I was in Pomona, so about 35 minutes from LA. Yeah, I was out there. Well, the first year was online. So I was in the program for 2.5 years, but I was actually out there for a year and a half. But yeah, the first year I had to do like classes online, and because it's like 8 hours time difference, so I was waking up at like 2 a.m. to do like maths classes and English classes, which wasn't fun. So the first year was tough, but then when I got out there, it was good. It was fun. I mean, the weather and stuff was incredible.
In your first year, sorry, we'll go back a bit.
Yeah,
In your
yeah.
first year of that kind of uni experience from home,
Mm-hmm.
were you playing football at all in that year?
No, so like I was at Basingstoke at the time. So I was at Basingstoke for a couple of years before I decided to go to America. But then all the football even in England had stopped. So
Right.
I was literally just training it on my own, and with my brothers like in the garden, and then just studying on the side. So yeah, no, I wasn't actually playing any football because no one could.
No.
Like, no one was able to.
No, of course. And then it was what, August, or no, it was July. Oh, I know the date. It was sometime in
Well, when I
July
went out there.
when you went out, didn't you?
July 2021, I think it was.
Yeah.
I was 19. Yeah, July 2021, we were able to fly. There was still heavy like COVID
Yeah.
restrictions. Like you weren't allowed to do a lot.
Sorry to interrupt. But obviously,
Yeah.
we went to Manchester.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was the week before.
We
Yeah.
briefly spoke about this on the podcast when we went to Manchester, because that was like when pubs got lifted where you can have 6 at a table inside.
Yeah.
And
you're allowed to mix like your bubbles.
that's right. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we were
yeah.
all able to stay in the air.
And you
Same
had to,
Airbnb.
you had to wear a mask, didn't you? Like when you're out in public as well.
Yeah,
right?
you did,
You had,
yeah.
you had to wear a mask unless you
You-
were drinking
yeah.
or eating.
Yeah.
We were drinking
Just-
all the time.
Mask on.
But yeah, there were so many funny stories that came from that trip.
Yeah, and that was the week.
But-
yes,
That
the
was
week
such a
before.
good trip,
Yeah,
though.
it was really good, really good.
But yeah, it was a bit like a send off for you, but also like, yeah, let's like have a laugh. Let's not go crazy because we're not crazy lads, but like, let's like have fun. But remember, guys, I'm flying in a week, and I need to stay negative.
Yeah, well, that was the
Yeah.
worry because we then obviously woke up all hungover, and I automatically thought I've got COVID. I was like, I've got COVID.
Oh yeah.
Because then if I test positive, I can't fly, and I was like, that's gonna mess.
Do you remember we had to pin James
I
down
was
and
gonna-
make him do a COVID test?
I was going to mention this
Because he thought he was ill and he didn't want to do one because he didn't want to test positive and be like, fuck you up.
Yeah.
So we had to
yeah,
literally
yeah.
pin him down
Yeah.
and get a swab out of his mouth.
The thing is, it didn't make a difference because I had to give the airport a test.
Yeah.
Like, I had to. So whether I was positive or negative, even if James went, I don't want to. Like, I needed to do one anyway.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have just known.
he was coldy, wasn't he? And he was like,
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
what-
want to
yeah.
be the one that gives Harrison COVID. And it was like, well, how about you do a test then?
Yeah,
And then,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and
you
then we
don't-
find out.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, nah, I
Yeah.
refuse to. I don't know whether it's because like he refused to have to do the actual physical test for the gag reflex and
Yeah.
the uncomfortable
It
of
was
it,
horrible.
or
to test it.
it was just like I don't want to be the one.
I think
that-
it was more that he didn't want to be the one that, sacrificed Harrison.
Yeah.
But we did pin him down and
Yeah.
shoved us off.
It was negative.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it all worked out in the end. Yeah. So a week later, I flew out then. So yeah, July 2021, and then I was properly like playing.
I want to talk about Manchester again. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
So I've got
yeah.
one story that I think might be funny for everyone. Sorry, we can talk about you in a
So it's
sec.
not going to be funny.
It's not about
Yeah.
you. But it might have been me, Brad, and James in the apartment, and you and Alex went out for a Subway, and we thought it'd be funny
I remember this. I was so annoyed.
to get a bucket of water. Well, I thought it'd be funny because Brad and James were too busy. Not funny. Not.
What are you trying to say, mate?
I'm trying to say that you guys were being boring, and I thought, oh, I can get a laugh.
James thought
Okay.
Nate thought it'd be funny to be annoying.
Yeah.
That's basically what it was. He
I like
wanted to
what you
wind.
always do.
He wanted to wind someone up, so he thought he'd pick me and Saul.
And
Yeah.
who's here now for telling a funny story because I did it? Like, it was funny. So anyway,
Go ahead, mate.
got a bucket, like a mop bucket, under the sink, fill it up with water, and basically like sat on the balcony waiting for these lads to walk back into the apartment. And it was like, oh, hi lads. Oh, never mind. Like, hiya, how you doing? And they came in with their Subways, and I obviously they were underneath, and I was like just having a conversation. Took the bucket of water. Pretty much only really drenched Alex.
Yeah, it didn't actually really hit me that much.
But you were both fuming.
Yeah, we
Alex
were.
had like a Coke in his hand and thought, oh, like, screw this guy. Threw the Coke up at me, but like just went up and straight back down on him.
Yeah, it went back on him. He was
And
not
he
happy.
was fuming.
You don't want to make Alex so angry.
No.
Don't want to make Alex so angry.
But yeah, I remember just doing like laps around the apartment.
Yeah.
Because like we had a balcony and then we could get in through your window.
Yeah.
It's just
Over
like-
the headboard. I remember that, yeah.
Doing laps around this balcony. It was pretty funny. I wonder if Alex finds it funny nowadays.
Probably not.
No, I don't think he would.
Probably
I
not.
don't think he would find that funny. He was really annoyed.
He
I
was
was annoyed and it
fuming.
barely hit me, and he was the one that got.
I think you were
charged.
annoyed,
Yeah, it
then
was
you found
like
it funny.
30 degrees.
Yeah.
It was
It
hot.
warm.
It was warm.
But the
It was,
Subway
I think
was
I think the bit that tipped him over the edge is when he threw the Coke and it bounced back on him, and
Yeah.
so he was now just covered in Coke as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I thought it was funny. But yeah, sorry.
it was funny.
So then you flew, what, a week later?
Yeah, so I flew a week later. and then I'd obviously done a year,
Yeah.
but I was now playing and studying at the same time. I had an apartment out there which I shared with a few of the lads. So yeah, it was fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that. Sorry, Brian. I feel like I'm just asking the question.
No, you go.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm all good at it. I'm just observing.
Just producer. Yeah, that first year, you obviously shared with a couple of lads, and they were like decent lads, weren't they?
Yeah, I
You
had a
got
really
on-
yeah. I'm close with one of the English guys who started at the same time as me, called Finn. He won't watch this.
Come on,
it's a joke. It's a joke. Obviously, we still meet up when he comes back. I would have been graduating in this month, so
Yeah.
he's coming back. So I was really tight with him, and a few of the rest of the guys I lived with are American, and they were really good guys.
Yeah.
Had a good group. Like mixture of positions, like obviously I was midfielder. We had a winger in there, we had a defender in there. So like it was good. It was good.
What was that like? Your typical kind of like uni house in the UK is very like just shithole, pots and pans everywhere, a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
Like is it similar?
No, I would say like it was similar in terms of like there was times where it was just pots and pans everywhere because it was just loads of like 19, 20-year-old guys just living
Having
together.
pasta and
Yeah, because we would make pasta after like a huge pot of pesto pasta and just dish it out every day because we were training every single day. We needed as much energy as possible.
Yeah, of
so we'd
course.
eat stuff like that. But no, it was more like it was an apartment. So it was a flat, but it wasn't like a uni house like you would find.
Were you on campus or?
No.
No,
So I didn't. I had to go on campus if COVID never had happened. I'd have to then go on campus.
Mhm.
But because I'd technically done a year there, you could just go straight off campus, and I wanted to go off campus.
in the
It's more fun.
ghetto.
Yeah, kind of. But no, it was a nice like flat / apartment. We did look after it, but yeah, there was times where there was just rubbish everywhere, and
Yeah.
you have to just kind of give everyone their jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was fine. It was fun. It was good fun.
What was the like going into that environment? Because like for me, selfishly, I think going into that kind of like sporting environment of like going to uni or going to college for just like rugby in my case, but football was like a dream. Like
Mhm.
it was obviously intense with your education and playing
Yeah.
and training, but did you enjoy that when you first got there? Was
Yeah,
it like,
yeah.
oh
When
my
I
God,
when I
this
first
is-
got there, I loved it. Yeah, because it was what I wanted to do. It was like football 24/7.
Yeah.
Like I know
Yeah.
you obviously had to study and do stuff like that, and you had to you had to grow up. You have to look after yourself. There's no mum or dad making you dinner or anything like that. If
especially when
you-
you're halfway across the world.
Well, yeah, exactly. If
Yeah.
you've got nothing in the fridge, you're gonna have to go and do something about it. I didn't drive when I was out there, so you either have to get a lift or walk. But the thing is, with America, everything's so far away.
Yeah.
So like our nearest supermarket, me and Finn would walk there all the time. It would take us about 35 minutes. It was the closest one
Wow.
because everywhere's just so far apart. But yeah, no, I loved it. I loved it. It was, and then you had the weather as well. You had like we had a pool in our like apartment complex which
That's
nobody
nice.
really used, so we could use that.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, at the start I absolutely loved it. It was like a dream come true.
So what was your turning point then? So how long was it before you kind of thought, do you know what, this isn't for me?
Yeah, so I went out there July 2021. I came back December 2022, year and a half. Yeah, so I would say around October, November of 2022, I was just struggling with the distance away from home.
Yeah.
Like obviously, I know you lot would FaceTime me or come in for your nights out, and I would be literally waking up. And
Yeah.
like, seeing
Yeah.
you lot. So there was obviously that element was a reality check. I was 8 hours ahead. I think I was 8 hours ahead or behind or whatever. Behind. So there was that. Obviously missing family and friends. Obviously Molly was in a long distance relationship as well, so
Because-
that was a strain.
Yeah. Because you started dating when you were out there.
So
No, I was gonna say it's before, wasn't it?
yeah, so we started.
Loser!
Well,
Sorry.
It's hard. If you're going technically, we started talking before we went out. Like we obviously had been friends for ages. Got this podcast about Molly now. She's happy. No, we were talking for a while before I went out, and then for the first when I went from July to December, we were kind of like let's just see what happens, and then we were official in. It was coming up to 3 years this year, so that
Crazy.
December. So yeah, there was also that. Like when I was at that point, a year and a half in, obviously I was a year into my relationship as well. So that was a strain. And also just hard, mate. Like it was hard. Like it was 35, 36 degrees every day. You have to train in it. You're traveling all the time. There is a lot of pressure on you. You have to perform academically, otherwise you can't play.
Yeah.
So it got to a point where I was just like, it was hard. It was a hard decision, but I was like, I've just had enough.
Yeah.
So I came home in the Christmas, decided not to go back, had Christmas with my family, had my birthday, and then started working in February. I've been working ever since, basically. So I had to do something. Like, I couldn't sit home. Like, I had to go out and feel productive. So I then, got a job in February, and then just been working ever since. So, it was a lot of things, but it was mainly just the distance. Like, you just really so far away. It's a different world. And I loved it. Like, there was bits of it I absolutely loved. And I would go back out to the States tomorrow. Like, I would genuinely go back out there. But living there when you're not with family, it does take its toll.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
And do you, any part of you ever wished you kind of stuck it out or not?
No, I think I actually could have quit a lot earlier, if I'm being honest. Yeah. I think I'd got to my limit. I could have left probably within the year, because I think I knew deep down. But I was like, no, because I've been wanting to go to the States since I was 16. So you think by the time I'm 19, it's like a 3-year plan I'd had.
Yeah.
And then in 7-8 months, I'm going to sat here going,
it's not for you.
But you don't want to believe it.
No, exactly. I was like, it's just, you'll get through it. And then every week you're like, I was almost wishing, like, waiting to come home. I was like, I can't wait to come home, which you should be excited to come home, but I was a different level. I was like counting down the days, and it's like, that you should be enjoying it more.
It's not right.
Yeah, and bringing it all in. So, I don't regret it at all. It all worked out in the end. Was it a tough decision and something I was, back and forth between? Yeah, but for me, the pros didn't outweigh the cons in that situation, so I came back.
So, do you not have any regrets in then giving up football in that sense? You had your injuries.
Yeah. I mean, I did have surgery while I was out there as well, which is quite a big deal. So
I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, I did feel that. That did bring me back a bit. So, to cut a long story short, I tore my labrum in my hip and then did something else. So I did like a 2-in-1. So I was out for like 8-9 months on crutches in the States, which you can imagine. My parents did fly out. Yeah. And I was lucky my auntie and uncle lived in the States as well, but with not much family or friends there, it is quite difficult when you've gone out there to play football. And now I can't even play.
And I'm just speaking of what you kind of told me, but obviously living with like football lads, it's like they're going off on away day. They're like spending 2 days away, or like even just training all the time, and you're just there like.
Yeah, well, there was times when the team was doing really well, which was brilliant, but they'd go away to Texas for like 4 days, and I was in the apartment by myself. Like, I don't want to make it sound too doom and gloom, but there was times I was like, because I didn't have a car, I could barely walk. I was kind of like, well, what am I doing here? It just feels like a waste of time. I could be at home doing something more productive. So that was another big pull factor was my injury. And then I came back and I played for a year for Yateley 23s, which was fun. Obviously, I had a couple of good, even primary school mates that played there as well. And then after that year, I think work, if I'm being honest, just the reality of just working and balancing it out. I just thought it's just not a priority for me anymore, which was weird for me. As you know, me growing up,
football was everything.
I would sacrifice anything for football. I wouldn't go out to parties. I wouldn't drink if I had a game the next. I wouldn't do anything. Yeah. And then it suddenly changed.
You were probably up until about 17 or 18, maybe even later, where you were like, maybe say even 18. Where it's like, I am not going to drink if I've got football in the next few days.
Yeah, I wouldn't. So I want to be in the best condition.
You would still come out, but like for maybe like a couple of hours and have like a decent bedtime, but like hat is off.
Yeah,
because at that age
you're always very committed.
Yeah, and I think also part of that was, I think when I stopped playing now, in a weird way, I see it as like I kind of just want to make up for lost time a bit. Not saying I now go out every weekend and get smashed, but if you lot want to go for a beer on a Wednesday night, I would never normally do that because I have training on Thursday. Where I'm like, no, I'll come for a beer. So I kind of, because I sacrificed a lot when I was younger and it didn't work out, but it is what it is. I kind of want to make up for that lost time now. But yeah, as the cliche is, everything happens for a reason, and I'm absolutely fine now. I don't, I'd still play football. I know we used to do 5-a-side, which I don't know if we're gonna do that again.
Yeah,
we should. We should probably do
it
in January.
And also, I need to from my stomach.
I think I need to too.
But I would still have a kick about. Like I love football. I watch it all the time. I'll still play it. But like, am I going to be getting 10 hours sleep and eating this and not? No.
You've done
I'm doing different things now. So yeah.
Good for you, mate.
No, man.
Yeah, super happy for you.
Thank you very much.
So do you never go back to Basingstoke or somewhere? Like, because you're at Ascot for a while as well, weren't you?
Ascot when I was a bit younger as well, yeah. Ascot really, a lot, I developed a lot there. They allowed me to go to somewhere like Basingstoke. So Basingstoke was, the highest level properly I got to. I was lucky to have like academy trials and stuff, but I never.
You made it on the transfer market.
I made it on the transfer market. Yeah.
You carried that team as well, didn't you? That's what you kept telling us. You didn't. Sorry.
But yeah, no, Ascot, Basingstoke. I think to get to those kind of levels, you do have to be really, really committed. And I just don't think now with where I am in my life in terms of working, I just don't have the commitment in me. If I could do it, I probably would.
Yeah.
I just, if I'm honest, just can't be bothered to do that anymore. It's not
Understandable.
what I want to do.
And I think what it is as well is that like at that level, it might sound really stupid because some people love it and that's perfectly fine. But at that level, you've got to show like week in, week out commitment. You've got to be available every single Saturday, every single Tuesday, Thursday you're training or whatever it is. If you're not there for one session, you're frowned upon.
Yeah, and your place is gone. Someone's taking your place.
Because you've got someone younger who's going to be like doing what we were doing, which is like being there every single session, like fit and in their like peak.
Yeah, exactly. And I think of it like if I tried to go into like, let's say an Ascot or Basingstoke, right, who I loved playing for and it was a good level. If I had 15, 16, 17-year-old me training there, that's not being arrogant, but that 17-year-old me would take the spot now because I was training every day, I was doing extras, I wasn't going out. Whereas now I'd be like, well, I don't really care.
But you've definitely got the skill and you've like all that the strength because I mean.
I'm a big boy.
But no, like, you've definitely still got it, but it's just that level of like how much you have to show up.
Yeah, it's the commitment. It's the commitment. Obviously, the fitness as well. Like I know I'm not as fit as I was when I was 17. I mean, that's blatantly obvious. But there's that element as well. But yeah, you like I said, it's just showing up every single week, and that's what when I played for Yeti 23s. To obviously a certain degree, it was less commitment because the level's slightly lower. It was still a good level of football, but even then, I was like, I'd be starting work at 8 o'clock in the morning, then having to drive to London at 5 o'clock, then not get home till midnight. I don't love, unfortunately now, not unfortunately, but I just don't love football enough to do that anymore. I don't. Yeah. I play it, but sense. I don't. I'm not gonna commit my whole life to it anymore. I've gone through that kind of phase, I guess. Yeah,
I think that's valid, and I think I've got so many questions, but I don't know.
I think I want to say it's quick. Go on then.
No.
I was going to say, I think it's good that you've kind of come to terms with it. You've accepted that you fell out of love with football and it's no longer your dream.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like a lot of people probably get caught up, like, that was my dream when I was 16, and you're kind of still, like, trying to prove that to your 16-year-old self.
Yeah, and I definitely did for a stage. Like, when I came back, because I was always known as, like, Harrison the footballer, like, everyone how's
Footy Boys.
Well, Footy Boys, first Snapchat name. Like, how's football, how's this? And it's kind of like... I don't really care about it that much anymore. So yeah, I agree with that. Like, and I definitely had a stage where I was like struggling because all I'd known was football. But you just get used to it, and you realise it's not the be or end all. Like I, as delusional as it sounds, I was that kid that wanted to be a professional. It didn't happen. So what? Like I tried it and it didn't work, and now I'm doing what I'm doing. So and so many, as I'm sure you'll know from sport and you'll know from work, so many experiences you can take from it.
Yeah.
Like even for me, just moving to a different country for a year and a half, I had to grow up so much quick that regardless of where I made it in football, with my job and stuff and career and family or whatever, puts everything into perspective as well. So yeah, it was definitely a positive. 100%.
Yeah. I've got 2 points I want to make, but one just on this, like if Brad was kind of touching on like football's not really like your dream or your goal as such anymore. Have you got a slight replacement for that, or like what is now? What do you look forward to do? Like what is your football?
Yeah, good question.
Because it's tough. I mean, me and Brad have been spoken like this. Like, not what's our plan as such, but like,
what's filling the gap?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me at the moment, as boring as it sounds, it would be my work. Like I put the same mindset I had in football into my work. So I guess it's that. But I think since being away, I definitely look forward more to like, my brother's out. Younger brothers are playing for Fulham in London, so when he comes back I look forward to that a lot more. So when people are coming over, or even my other brother coming back from work and saying hello to him, even little things like that. I know it sounds really weird, but because I had a year and a half of not having that for 5-6 months at a time, even those little things I look forward to. At the weekend, me and Molly going to do something together, or going away with her family, or doing stuff with my family. Those are the kind of things that replace it. But I'd say during the week it would just be work, just working as hard as I can and trying to progress as quick as possible. I've always been about like, I've always wanted to do next thing, Ascot, I then want to do Basingstoke, then I want to do America, then I want to do this and that. I just do that in my career.
Yeah, of course. No, that's perfect. That's a good answer. And I feel like you're kind of like pursuing, they're not relationships you didn't have, but like you're kind of like, you're appreciating the relationships, and like that's also quite a goal, is to like just look after your relationships in like every sense with your family and your girlfriend and your friends, because you didn't really you could do that, but to a certain extent.
Yeah, it was difficult because I'd ring my parents at let's say I trained till 11:30, 12, and they had school till 2:00. I'd give them a quick call, but it's 10:00. They'd work the next day and stuff, so it was very brief sometimes. So you definitely take it for granted until it's taken away, and then you kind of appreciate it more. So like I said, little things like brother coming back from London for the weekend.
Yeah, of course.
I'm looking forward to that. Or going out to do something with my parents. Oh yeah, that's nice. Little things. Whereas when I was 16 or 17, I didn't really care.
No,
I didn't care as much. Whereas now I definitely do.
Yeah. No, good for you, mate. 100%. And I also wanted to ask, like, if somebody is kind of feeling in a similar position.
Yeah.
Of maybe just missing home, like, I know the kind of the age demographic that listen to this, but like, for someone that maybe is in a new work position where they've moved away from home, or they're still at uni and they're like missing home.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice to that help that kind of you went through that helped you cope with it?
Yeah, I think I was very lucky. Like I said at the start, I had a good group around me. Like all the people I lived with, they were really, really good with it.
Yeah.
They obviously understood I was, moving away from home, and also the other English guy, Finn, who I was with, was in the exact same boat, so he understood it as well. So I guess maybe trying to find people that are in a similar situation to you to speak to, using the people around you, but also just still staying in touch. I still stayed in touch with my family, still stayed in touch with you. Like I know it's difficult, but we'd still FaceTime and have our group chats and things like that.
Yeah.
But look, it is difficult. It is difficult. At the start, I was loving it and it was easy, and then 6 months, 7 months rolled by, and then I was really like, I'm out my depth here. So I would just say it's using the people around you, and just making the effort as well. I have, as you know from the intro, meeting up once a month. I have the tendency to not reach, not like reach out. Should we go do this, boy? Should we go? I just naturally don't. That's no offense to anyone. I just don't do it. Like that is where I'm bad, and I've always been bad at that. So it's just making more of an effort to do that. And when you're away from home, you make an effort to do that because missing people. So it's difficult. That was a really long-winded answer to your very simple question.
No, it's not.
But I think just
it's a good answer.
I think using other people is the best way of doing it. And if you can't use other people, find other people or stay in contact with those other people.
Yeah. No, it's valid. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, good. I think because I touched on it before, but this episode's not all about you. Anyway, no, I guess I wanted to kind of maybe touch on my experience, because there was definitely a time during my uni experience where I was like, yeah, do you know what? I could definitely drop out right now.
Yeah.
Because it just got to a point where it was like, well, I didn't help myself. I felt sorry for myself because of my knee and not playing rugby. And it was just like, I maybe wasn't doing as much uni work as I should be. And then it got to a point where it was like, oh shit, okay, this is due in like a month. And you're like, you try and plan it out and it's like, oh my god, this is so unreasonable.
Yeah.
Like, how on earth am I going to do this? And
But instead you'd learn come over on the guitar.
I would learn something on the guitar. I would literally find a new hobby which I've like never ever done before, to not do my dissertation or not do a piece of work. But and then maybe like another week would pass and it's like, okay, I've got 3 weeks and I've not actually touched anything. Like, okay, I've just written the title, brilliant. Or it's just like, okay, now like this is just shit. Like I don't actually want to do any of it.
Yeah.
And then it gets to a point where like, what am I actually going to get from it? Like, I know I'm going to get a degree, but like,
yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's because especially now in a position, I'm not trying to preach to anyone who's in uni, but like I'm in a position now where like I'm looking for a job, and there's not many jobs or opportunities I've got that have been influenced by my degree.
Yeah.
Like, I look back and it's like, oh, Crimea River, yeah, it was horrible. Maybe like the 3-week period I had to cram in assignments, or like the month I had to cram in my dissertation and ethics and all that guff. But like, yeah, it's not great, but I'm glad I've done it now. But definitely at the time it was like, oh, I could definitely pull out right now and not reap the consequences.
Yeah.
Because there's like, and yeah, I was 4 hours away from home, but I just came to a point where it's like I'm not really enjoying it anymore. Like I came to this uni because of the rugby, and don't get me wrong, I love my time in Leeds and I love my mates that are up there, but there was definitely a point where I was like, I just kind of want to. I'm done with uni now.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I just want to get into full-time work, and earn a bit of cash, and like do the things I want to do, and not live. Don't get me wrong, I was working up in Leeds, but like
Not be that student life anymore.
no,
Is that what you're on about?
Yeah.
I wanted to pursue something else,
Yeah.
and it was probably like in December, January time that I was like just thinking about it, and I guess I'd speak to loads of people about it, and they'd be like, "Look, you're so close." I remember having conversations with both of yous, and it was like hearing Harrison's point of view, because I kind of wanted him to tell me, "Oh yeah, drop out," because look at me, I'm doing really well now. And don't get me wrong, you did it, and you've become very successful for yourself.
Oh.
Successful for yourself.
Thanks, mate.
No worries, but like it's
Head's
true.
getting bigger.
And like I kind of wanted to hear that. Not gratification, is that the right word?
Justification?
Justification.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I've been really good with my words today, but then you've done most of the talking, so fair. And then obviously Brad would give me a bit more like a realistic, like, look, you've literally got 6 months left.
Yeah.
And like you can do this. I'm not saying you didn't. You definitely said that to me.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what I would.
100%.
But you were hoping from him the dropout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think also with mine as well, though, is because I knew I had like 2 years left. Or
Yeah,
2
of
years
course.
left as well. So I was a bit like,
Yeah, you had a lot longer.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
But I do get Brad's point. Like 6 months as well. Like
I just thought-
you worked that hard for it.
You're in that much debt from
You
uni.
may as well just
You may as well
stick
get
it
the
out.
degree.
Yeah, and like don't get me wrong, I look back at it now and it's like, yeah, I'm so glad I made this decision of sticking through it and literally. I mean, I wasn't up till stupid o'clock every single morning, but like they were heavy library days,
Yeah.
and even some of them days I'll again try and learn something on guitar that I just don't need to learn whilst I'm trying to do my dissertation, or learn Spanish again. Like, what's that
How
going to
did
do for
that
my
go for you?
dissertation? Yeah, great, thanks. Pretty much fluent now.
Give
But-
us a sentence.
No. But yeah, like I just think that like times like might just feel like proper shite at the moment, but sometimes just gritting your teeth and pulling through, and just using, like you said, using the people around you to kind of communicate, and like you can do it. Like
Yeah.
it, I'm not trying to preach what you've just spoke about doing. Like I'm not trying to counteract your point.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I'm not offended, don't worry.
But I definitely think that, like, when you speak to people and you realise that, like, okay, I can do this. Like, you are strong. You can, like, just wake up and do one more thing and then one more thing. And then, like, eventually, I mean, it got to the deadline day and I was like, oh, like, I've not asked for mitigation. I've done it.
Yeah.
And even if you ask for mitigation, like, you've got another week, hand it in. Oh, like,
Yeah.
that was just 1 week of my life, which was pretty shit.
Yeah.
But now look.
Yeah.
And like, don't get me wrong, mine wasn't immaculate, but I've come out and I've got a degree in support and exercise nutrition. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think yours is a perfect example of a fine line between like sticking through it and getting through it and grafting, and then like nah, this is bad for me. Like it is a very fine line, because I was similar when I, wanted to leave. I was a bit like, oh, but I've worked so hard to get here, and this is literally my dream. But it's like, you have to really think about it, because a lot, at the start I was like, just get through it, graft, and I'm sure you had it with even your apprenticeships. It's kind of like a sticking at it, but also there's a line where it's like, no, this isn't good for you anymore. This is like not the right thing. So you made the right decision.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And I guess it's not always clear, because at the time I was a bit like, oh, yeah, this isn't right for me.
Yeah.
But I want to preach what Harrison was saying about just speaking to others around you and just hearing their honest,
Yeah.
probably in the same
asking the right
boat.
people, because I could have asked some people and been like, I could have had a yes answer, like, oh yeah, do you know what, you do you.
They'll tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm fortunate enough to have these two people and others that were like, no, Nath, you've got this. Like, you can do it. And I just want to preach that you need to ask the right people, your right friends around you, for their, I guess, their opinions, and just appreciate the help and the assistance through it.
Yeah, a lot of people in the same boat. They just won't say anything. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have said anything unless anybody asked. Like, even to this day, like when they talk about America, I won't go into that much detail, because it's like, well, I don't need to. So like, no one would know. So yeah, I 100% agree with that.
You do have a tendency as well to kind of like not say anything unless you ask.
Yeah, again,
Yeah.
it's just what I
Yeah.
do. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I agree with that. And it's not. It has been at my detriment sometimes. But yeah, that's what I do. And unless you ask me, like, categorically,
A bit
I
like
probably wouldn't tell you.
Neil from the Intsweeners.
I can't believe you're comparing me to Neil.
No,
You are
That's a
Simon. You are
compliment.
Simon all over.
I would happily take Simon.
Bunga's J.
I was about to say Bunga's J.
Bunga's got to be J, and like you're a perfect mix between Neil and Simon, but you also share Neil with Alex and James. I don't even know
I
James.
feel like Alex is definitely Neil.
But
Yeah.
Alex is
Don't be happy about that.
No, he's not.
you definitely like Neil passed his driving test, and it's like, oh no, you got someone pregnant. It's like, oh yeah, but you never asked. It's like, but you would surely like.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of things like that with you that I'm just like, come on, you must have
Yeah.
thought about.
Yeah.
But I'm not rinsing you.
No, I know, but there'll be like random times where we'll meet up once a month, and I'll say something that's quite like big.
Oh, I lost my job, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I lost my
Literally,
job.
like, that was like last.
Yeah,
like,
that was it.
Oh, by the way, I'm moving house next week.
Yeah, no, just, what? Yeah, thanks for letting me know. Yeah, no, yeah, it was the similar one in September. Yeah, by the way, I've left my job. What? When?
Yeah.
When?
I've been unemployed for the
yeah,
last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, couldn't let me know. Could have met that up. Yeah, I do that a lot. I do that. That is bad. But yeah, again, but that's why I think maybe, you know, you two are both much better than me at being open. Hence why you're doing something like this. I can never do something like this. So.
Well, you've done it.
Well, yeah, I know, I'm doing it. But like, that's why you lot are better at doing stuff like that because you're open about it, and it's, you know, you'll be surprised. What I learned is you'll be surprised how many people feel the exact same way. You just need to just speak to them about it.
Yeah.
Like you said, unless you categorically ask me how was this, I just don't really say it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't with anything.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
yeah.
Nice.
Go on, feel the awkward silence.
no.
Feel it.
I don't know if we should maybe touch on our vinyl of the week.
Are we doing vinyl of the week this week, or is the whole point
Oh.
this week is the guest?
He hates how I'm centre of attention.
He does.
He
What
hates
about
it.
Harrison? All right. This is still off the Power podcast.
He hates it. No, do your vinyl, mate. Do your thing.
I was gonna say, are we still doing the vinyl?
I'll hold it
It
if you
normally sits here.
Yeah, I'll hold it.
So maybe if you just hold it in front of your face, because
Yeah,
we can just
Yeah, that's fine.
ignore you're here for like
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, do you know what?
Cool.
Maybe put the mic for Stormzy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can't even hear me.
Yeah. you don't have to keep it like that. But anyway. Next vinyl of the week. Many mixed reviews on the theme.
I'm
song.
not surprised.
What, the vinyl of the week?
Yeah, apparently it hurt a lot of people's ears.
Yeah, it hurt mine.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
But I've had to explain this is Brad's humour.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be like that.
Like, this is intentional. It's meant to be super guff.
It's why the intro looks shit, because it was meant to look shit.
Yeah. But, anyway, insert now, I guess. But yeah, vinyl of the week. I picked this one, if you're audio listening, this is Stormzy, Heavy as the Head. Harrison.
Can't get it the right way. It's all mirrored.
That's fine.
There we go.
And I've picked this one because it is suitable for Harrison. I think he might know a few songs on there.
Yeah, and he looks like me as well. Oh, he's ripped. Why are you getting weird? Why are you getting weird? He looks like me. He's ripped.
Yeah, he's ripped. Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah. And yeah, so it's one because I thought Harrison might know a few songs and he can join in maybe. But
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
I guess we can insert now the sides, but we're going to split it down the middle.
Okay.
So I'm just going to quickly run over it again like I always do. So we'll do side A and side B, obviously. We got Big Michael, Audacity, Crown, Rainfall, Rachel's Little Brother, Handsome, Do It Better, Don't Forget to Breathe. God, there's a lot of songs. And then the other side, 1 Second, Pop Boy, Own It, Wiley Flow, Bronze, Superheroes, Lessons, and Vossi Bop. So, you have any songs you know, Harrison? What would you? You obviously know Vossi Bop because you've seen that all the time.
I did used to sing that a lot. Wiley Flow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm that guy. Pop Boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know a few. Mate.
Features H. Oh
I'm-
yeah,
I'm-
shock.
Yeah.
Crown.
Yeah. You know, I'm quite cool like that. I don't want to show off about it. I mean, Brad probably knows everyone lyric for lyric. He's
Probably.
a bit of a rapper, isn't
I am a rapper.
he? You are a rapper.
I'm
You look like a rapper.
I do, don't I?
Yeah.
So yeah, favourite song. We'll go favourite song first.
Favourite song on this? Sorry, I don't know the format. I should have done my research. I'd probably would say Vossi Bop because it's the one I used to sing a lot, like back in the day. Probably Vossi Bop, but tell you what, Wiley Flow is close. Brad, your turn.
My turn.
Yeah, go.
I think maybe Lessons.
Lessons.
Oh,
I think
okay.
Lessons is a very good one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think probably Lessons or Vossi Bop because it's a good song.
It's a classic, isn't
It
it?
is good.
Yeah. What do you think, Nick?
Oh, I would say probably Crown.
Crown. Yeah, Crown.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crown.
Very slow, very me, very Not like I'm slow, but like I appreciate a good slow
You are a
song.
bit slow.
You are a little bit, mate. I can't lie.
carried this episode.
I think this big man is done that.
Yeah, Crown, I think, for me. But yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm not gonna speak for you, Harrison. But if I was to go for a side for you, I'm probably saying a second side with both Wiley Flow, Pop Boy, and Vossi Pop on there.
Yeah, that would be the one I'd pick, Nath. Yeah,
Yeah.
You read me like a book there. Yeah.
Brad?
I'm going to agree.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's probably that one for me as well.
No, I'm disagreeing with both of you, I think.
Okay.
I would say side A
Really?
because also don't forget to breathe. Very sad, but also really nice.
And also important. It's important to not forget to breathe.
That is, yeah,
It's a valid point.
I'm
It's
handsome.
valid.
Yeah, handsome.
Can't say I have a little.
Rachel's little brother.
Yeah, can't relate.
Probably wouldn't go down that route. Don't forget to breathe. That's important.
Yeah,
it's important.
And
It's
Rainfall, Crown, they're bangers in my eyes. Audacity.
Yeah.
Can't remember how that goes. Brad, go on. Can you remember?
I can't say some of the lyrics that come out of that.
Why is that?
I'm
Just out of curiosity.
just out of curiosity.
Why is that?
Maybe because of my ethnicity.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
We'll be a little bit careful. Yeah.
do you know what? We'll leave this one
Where'd you...
next to the fire.
Do
You
you-
know it goes right here, to be honest, Harrison.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, mate. Shall I just leave? What do you do? Where do you get these from, though? Do you just collect them? You got a bit of
He's a
my
vinyl
vinyls,
collector.
mate.
a vinyl collector.
Next final of the week. So, Brad, have you got something to say?
Anyone got any Christmas plans?
I like staying home at Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't really like going away at Christmas.
No.
I like being at home, absorbing all the cold, miserable weather. Yeah.
Do you do Christmas at yours or do you do it at Molly's? Like,
Mix it up, really. It's going to be quite busy Christmas Day. I'm going to go into a few places, so yeah, we mix it up.
Wasn't
Mix
last
up.
year your first year of mixing it up? Or have I just made that up? A lot of ups in the sentence.
Yeah.
there's a lot of ups.
Well,
Because you didn't.
no, it would have been the second one because it would have been December of 2021. But was that kind of COVID-y still, where we couldn't?
I don't know.
I
I can't remember.
It all blurs into
Yeah,
a
I can't
fucking
remember.
thing. I don't know.
I can't remember. There would have been 2021. No.
No, that's when you just
2022.
got together.
Yeah, 2022. I can't remember. Honestly, mate.
But
Sorry.
yeah, you kind of do like a morning somewhere then and
Yeah,
somewhere.
afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
What
are you doing, Dave?
I've got family over at mine at Christmas.
Nice.
Again, I quite like being at home at Christmas. I like surrounding myself with my friends and my family at Christmas. Just feeling, like you said, I love the warmth, the warmth of being indoors. But we've had like boiler issues for the last maybe 6 weeks now.
Oh no.
But hoping we can stay
No.
warm at Christmas.
Yeah.
Could be a cold Christmas for the Jameses.
Yeah.
Nah,
Could be chilly.
It could be a bit
it'd be
chilly.
chilly.
Could be chilly.
Bit Chad.
A bit Chad, yeah. if you're from Manchester and you're listening to this, is Chad a word? Because
Nath's
I
convinced.
swear we
it is.
found out it wasn't a word.
no, we
People
didn't.
were just having you
we
on.
didn't. No, someone from Manchester once told me that. Like, I was like, "Oh, it's bloody freezing out here," and he was like, "Oh, wait."
You're going to do the accent.
Go on,
no,
you got
everyone's
this. Go on, you got this.
Go on, that's going to offend a few
Manne.
people.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh no. No. One sec.
That's Scottish, mate. I don't know where you're going with that. A little bit too north.
Manchester. Oh no,
He's definitely not from Manchester.
that was the little kid in him.
yeah.
I'm trying to-
Yeah, I know.
He's
he
not from
is.
Manchester,
No,
is he?
He's not,
No,
no.
he wasn't. No, I don't think he was.
No. Anyway, they just said, "Oh no, it's not cold, Nath. It's a bit Chad," and I was like, "Oh, that's a new word."
It became your personality for the next 3
What
years.
does that
Yeah,
mean?
I think they've wound you up, mate. I think
No.
they've literally.
I think they've had you.
I think they've had you.
But I'd love to hear it if you know what Chad means, or
Chad.
if it is a word. I'll have to sort Chad out, lad.
That's
That's
Scouse.
Scouse.
It's
Oh,
a tough watch.
fucking
It's such
hell.
a tough watch.
Just offended the Scousers now. Anyway, they hate each other, well, don't they?
I don't
Manx
think
and
they get along.
Scousers.
I don't think they get along.
Oh, bloody hell. Anyway, my Christmas plan's over. Brad, what are you doing?
My Christmas, it's a bit up in the air 'cause you don't know if Charlie is going to give birth around Christmas or not.
Oh, yeah.
Can you
So we actually don't
Uncle
really know.
Brothers.
confirm who the Charlie is?
Charlie is my oldest sister,
Yeah, nice.
and she's currently pregnant. I don't know. She's due on Christmas Eve.
No way. She actually.
She's due on Christmas Eve.
Do you have a boy or girl yet?
No, she's not finding out.
Oh.
I want it to be a surprise. So there is a chance that our Christmas is just going to be like centered around whatever is going on there. If she's
there.
it's like she might have already given birth by that point. We don't know.
Yeah.
So we're kind of a bit up in the air. But for the plan now, it's just going to be family come over.
Yeah, nice.
Uncle Brad.
Uncle
I
Brad.
want to be a great uncle.
Uncle
I want to be that fun side. You know, you've always got the two sides. You got your mum's side and your dad's side.
Yeah.
We need to be the fun side.
Yeah.
What side are you though? Because your mum's side, obviously, because you're Charlie's.
Because yeah.
Sorry about
Bit
that.
thick question,
Yeah,
that one.
was really stupid. no.
I don't know. Do you guys have that with family?
Yeah, 100%.
Do you have a side where you're
Yeah,
like,
we have a
oh,
fun
it's
side.
dad's side, or like?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. But I'm not gonna. If they are listening, I'm not gonna spoil it.
Yeah, I'm not.
They'll be gutted.
I'll let you judge yourself. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm not specifically calling anyone out, but everyone has that side.
Yeah. No.
And I don't want
I
to be
get
that
you.
side.
I get you. Yeah.
No, I don't think you will be.
No.
But I think knowing Charlie and Liam and their extended families, I think both sides would be
It's
pretty
a
fun.
big family. We've got a big family, and Liam's got a big family.
Yeah, I reckon both sides would be fun.
So let's hope so.
Nice.
So yeah, I hope all goes well for Charlie.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll
let's
talk
hope
about
so.
that more coming up because.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope everything.
Yeah.
Successful
Send my
for
love,
Charlie.
mate.
We'll do. We'll do.
Don't know why I made that so weird. I made really long eye contact.
That was
with
a-
Send my love.
Show her that.
What kind of love?
No, don't make it weird.
No.
That's too far.
No, because I was thinking like.
This is getting cut out.
Too far.
Yeah, nice love.
Nice. Has anyone got anything else to waffle about?
I don't know. Nathan's now stroking me. It's taking a bit of a rogue turn now.
Big Michael. No, I don't know. This is maybe the last opportunity you're going to get to speak on the podcast, Harrison.
Oh, we're not getting invited back. Did I do that bad?
You will not. I think you'll get invited
Did I
back.
do that bad?
No, you did.
Are you? How's it been settled in? Like, have you got anything you would give to our future guests?
Oh, good.
How about,
Oh, I like that, Brad.
What went well and even better?
Yeah.
Oh no, and then can we ask a question to the next guest?
Oh, you're so.
Like Diary of a
You're so
CEO.
Stephen Bartlett. Aren't you? He's that guy. Okay,
A fun
so
question. Oh, I forgot to do. Oh, bollocks.
no, I would say before I came on here, I was very nervous.
Mhm.
I was very nervous because this is going on the internet.
It's daunting as well. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. It's a
Yeah.
great word.
Thanks, pal.
It's daunting. So, and obviously it was a topic that was a big part of my life. Without getting too into it and cringy, it's a big part of my life. So I was a bit worried about it. I think Nathan's intro didn't help.
No.
I think an EBI for next time. If you do have a guest in here, let them prepare their own intro, or don't just write something up and stick it in front of them.
I thought you
I
did-
didn't write it, mate.
Prepared as any.
He wrote that himself.
Yeah.
I didn't. So that's probably a point I would work on for the next person. I really like the setup. Like it's actually. I mean, I know I've been in your man cave before, but it is really cool.
Brad
and I
pad.
like how Brad pad.
Oh, God.
Proper mics.
Yeah.
I haven't named the mic.
No, you need to name the mic.
Oh. So have we talked about our mics before?
No, I don't think we have.
I didn't know about this till before either.
These are toner mics. So me and Brad obviously called our mic. We've labelled our mics and
Yeah.
we've got a name. So Brad, what's your?
Mine's Tracy, the TC30.
And mine's Tony the toner. Harrison.
I don't know.
What do you think?
It looks like a Teresa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Teresa. Yeah,
No, I like that name.
yeah. Do you good? I've just come up with it. leave it there.
Teresa's wonderful.
Teresa's. Yeah.
And I think I just want maybe not a question for the next guest, but maybe a bit of a get to know you kind of question.
Mm-hmm. If you could go back to any summer, what would it be?
Oh, that's a good one, you know.
I mean, I think most people at our age would say the same answer, but I'd just be curious.
Yeah.
Are
Well,
we answering
maybe
now?
not summer. Maybe not summer. If you go back to any age, if you go back to any year in school, what year would it be?
Year 11.
Year 11.
100%.
Ooh.
Mine's because you've got
Yeah,
year
I'm
12 and
torn.
13 in there as well.
Yeah. Because then you're a bit maturer.
Yeah.
That sounds weird, but we can we would go on our lunch break on a drive, and it's then we can still go back to school and piss about.
Yeah.
But something about year 8 geography or
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say year 8 I think was the most stress-free year of school.
Oh, 100%.
There's no expectation on you, would say. So year 8, but then I like year 11 because you're finishing exams, you feel like you're in
Year
adult.
11 summer was just...
That was good. But then I loved year 12 when we were driving as well. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So if you could go back to a 1, what would it be?
I like it. No, fair enough.
That would be my question. Do you want to do one more segment? What segment could we do? Let's
No,
finish it.
it's fine. Quiz about Nath.
Oh, God.
Go on then. Do you
No,
wanna
no,
do it?
no,
Do you want to do it?
Go
No,
on.
no,
I bet
no,
you
no.
still have one on your notes.
Nathan,
No, no,
Nathan
no.
wants to do a quiz on him because
No, because
he loves himself.
Involve,
So
and what if I do? It's good to love yourself.
Yeah, it's good. No, it is good. It is good. So Nathan wants to do a quiz on himself.
I don't.
So Nathan's going to ask us a series of questions. Look, I'm carrying you.
You are.
Like, seriously.
You are.
Not you, mate. Nathan. Nathan's going to ask us a series of questions. Me and Brad are going to answer them. Whoever wins gets to go home first.
Woo!
Okay, if you get your phones out, please, guys.
Okay.
Open a notes page. Question 1, nice and easy. Hope the nerves are okay. What is my birthday?
Oh God, I always get this wrong.
Yeah, good. Good. Not good, but
I always get this wrong, but I'm just gonna send what I think.
I'm confident on that one.
good lad.
It's always between 2 dates, and I always get it wrong.
Not my problem, is it?
Oh, actually, I've second guessed myself now.
Have you?
Second question.
That's got to be.
To the nearest 5 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
what time did I get in my Ironman?
He was there.
I also told you in the first
I
episode.
can't remember.
And if you were a good friend, you would know this.
Oh, I don't know. Was it half Ironman?
You don't even know that. Prick.
It was a half Ironman, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
I don't know, mate. I honestly don't know.
Oh, I thought about way more questions. In the car. Gone.
Well, you're actually properly preparing this,
Yeah.
then.
Oh, I feel bad now. I have no idea about.
I think I've got your time.
Okay.
I, could
I
be
think
way
I've got
off.
it.
I don't even know how long it takes.
At school,
Mm-hmm.
what position of rugby did I play?
Oh, I don't know.
I know that. You did have a mixture though. There was one other one.
I'd accept
similar.
2 answers.
Okay, I'm gonna put. Can I only put one? Okay, you accept 2 answers. Okay.
Like, I'll accept if you put one of them. I'll accept.
Okay. I
accept
think I
both.
know. I think I know.
I actually don't know.
Not my problem.
I couldn't tell you. I don't think I've ever watched you play rugby, to be fair.
Oh,
That's a good friend, isn't it?
I've played with you, mate. And I was a winger.
Of course
didn't
you
do
were
anything.
a winger. You were
I
quick.
didn't do anything. I didn't know the rules.
I don't even think I could name you 3 rugby positions.
Wow, that's pretty poor. Who is my current favourite music artist?
There's loads.
My current favourite music artist.
Oh, well, okay.
Was this the one you said on the last episode? I can't remember his name. I'm going to go for an old one. It's not going to be... This used to be your favourite. It's not anymore. And I think Brad's going to get it. Because it was your last episode you were speaking about it. And that shows I listen.
You can't remember.
Yeah. Not actively listening.
We're going to cut out this pause because I had loads more.
That's
But I'm not
fine.
going to ask loads
That's fine.
more. I'm just going to maybe do one more.
He says we're going to cut this pause like he's edited it.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Producer and the owner of this podcast will edit it.
Go on, nice quick fire questions. Cheers.
He's going to forget the questions like the ones we've already answered.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, off topic of last week's episode, I didn't. Oh wait. Oh no.
This is what I deal with every week.
Who do I love more? My mum or my dad? Why did you go wide-eyed, you prick?
I don't know what you were going to ask.
Yeah, good. Oh, Nave, come on.
Come on, Nave.
Come on. Okay,
Nave.
yeah. At school and at this current time, which barbers do I go to?
At school.
And now?
Do you want like the actual address? Like, what do you want?
I want the name of the barbers.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that we might call it there.
So 5
Yeah.
questions.
5 questions.
Okay, let's rewind it. So you
Okay.
ask him.
Yeah, so I'll quickly
Or
ask
however
them,
you want to do it.
and then I'm going to ask one of you to, who I think would be more confident, who I think would be least confident will say the answer, and then the other person will have the opportunity to correct that.
Okay.
So yeah, first question was, Brad, what is my birthday? Brad.
It's the 19th of January.
Harrison?
19th of January.
Yeah, correct.
I always think it's the 17th because I always think, I don't know why.
Because you always think you don't know why.
Well, no, I always think it's like closer to his birthday than like,
But why would you remember his birthday? Anyway, fine.
I don't know.
Nice.
Anyway.
Question 2. What was my Ironman time to the closest 5 minutes? Harrison?
2 hours, 35 minutes. I have no idea, mate. I don't.
That would be fucking impressive.
Yeah. I think that might not be possible, but yeah, Brad?
I don't know.
Is it 6:48?
6:48?
That's what I thought.
No, none of you get a point. It's 5:47.
Oh, I was well off.
Close.
But I'm going to give Harrison bonus points because it was such a nice guess. No, I'm joking. No points. Third question.
Ask Brad this one.
Oh yeah, what was my position at school at rugby?
I put scrum half. I have absolutely no idea.
I put scrum half, or you could have been. You were a fly half.
I was never a scrum half. I
Yeah,
was a
you
fly
were.
half. No, I
You
wasn't.
were always a scrum half.
Piss off, I was a fly half.
Okay, well I put scrum half and fly half.
Ooh.
You said you'd accept 2 answers.
No,
Yeah.
but I said.
You mate, you were always a scrum half.
What are you on about?
You'd always get the ball from the rucks and spin it off.
Well, what are you on about?
You always did that, mate. What were the 2 positions then? Fly half and what?
Fullback.
Nah, I think that's waffle, mate.
I can't lie. I always thought you were scrum half.
So I thought you were scrum half, but that's really bad.
That's pretty poor from
That
you.
is, yeah,
I'll
sorry.
give you a half point, I think.
Yeah, alright, fine.
And then, what was the 4th question?
Favourite current artist?
Yeah.
Oh, favourite current artist.
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 So Harrison, what's my favourite current artist?
I don't know it. It used to be John Bellion,
Yeah, fair.
but it's not anymore.
Olivia Dean.
Really? No, I can't.
No, I
All you
can't.
talk about at the moment is Olivia
Is that the
Dean.
guy that sings
Yeah.
sings Six
Yeah.
Season? Yeah, I thought it was.
Olivia Dean, yeah, fair, but no.
Fair enough.
Not my favourite artist, unlucky. And final question,
Barbers.
Barbers.
what barbers did I go to? Brad?
I said Max / the Barbers at Morrison's.
I said Max Mobile and Morrison's We Sell.
Yeah, fair. Both
It's like a
you get
mobile
point,
van,
yeah.
isn't it, basically?
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I guess
Okay.
So I think
both get
we
point.
both drew on
drew,
that.
so we have to do a tiebreaker question.
Oh,
Oh.
tiebreaker question. I guess this is a bit opinion based, but peak lockdown, what was my favourite game to play with the lads?
There's a few.
I'm going to take a random swing at it.
As in, do you mean like PlayStation games?
PlayStation game, like when we would go online and it's like, what game do I want to play? What would I suggest?
There's
Okay.
2. I've got 2. Okay. I'm going with mine. Okay.
Who's going first?
Harrison's going first.
I said Warzone.
Brad?
I said Uno.
Oh no, no. Uno was shite. Uno served its purpose.
I
Granted.
thought you liked Uno as well. I was going to say
yeah,
Warzone or
It was
Uno.
going to be Uno.
'Cause Uno, we would be on it for hours just wetting ourselves. We just
Yeah,
used to plus 2 everyone.
granted, but no.
What was your favourite then?
Warzone?
Was it Warzone?
Well done, Harrison. You won.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Wow.
There we go then.
Yeah. So sorry about that, guys. That was. I can stay in or I can't. Ooh.
I don't know. We'll find out. That could be really dead.
Yeah. So well done, Harrison. Guess he
Well done, Harrison.
knows me a little bit more. I guess.
So thanks for joining us, Harrison.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me on, boys.
Um,
Appreciate it, and hats off for doing this because, like I said, I could not do this. So well done.
You get a bit
Genuinely
more
well
used
done.
to it, but
Yeah.
so yeah.
If you look at
Thanks for
this,
coming.
obviously you listened to the first episode, but I was so nervous. It was like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's definitely progressing in terms of just comfortability of talking and
Yeah.
time as well. Like
Yeah.
I would spend hours just sat here being like, oh,
Like you've just been
like-
doing.
like whatever. They were like, what word? I can't think of the words. Words don't come to my head. But
Yeah.
it's definitely clicking, and I thought, yeah, you were smashing.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
And I guess if we want to hear about how if. Well, I'm Nathan.
Thanks.
Just,
That was say my name. Decent.
no, it's just-
Sorry, who are you?
if you want to hear about how
That's all right.
I
Don't
just
sound
talked about how
lucky.
good I was with words, and now I'm
That's
like,
unlucky. It's all right.
Brad could really screw me off. This could stay in, but no, it's not going to stay in because I might like
I mean, it's Brad's decision. He's the
Yeah,
producer.
I'm the producer, so.
nothing else. um, but yeah, if you've enjoyed us having a guest in a funny, good-looking Harrison,
Yeah, someone that
Then-
like brings the banter. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't want to be too
This bloke.
big-headed, but like it's been comedic, isn't it? Really. Let's be honest.
if you've not laughed once, please do comment and let us know. But no, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on. And if you'd like us having a guest, we've got a few more ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they don't turn up in a tracksuit.
He's shit on you already.
Yeah.
I mean,
mate,
like-
this is a good
Oof.
tracksuit.
Yeah, but there's
I
standards.
mean, what have you come as?
Go
You're
on.
wearing parachute pants.
And
Look at the state of those. Look at that. You could jump in the wind and he'd take flight.
trendy, maybe.
I can't comment.
No, he looked good, Brad. Don't worry. I've really been going for Brad's now. I've been all over him. Sorry, mate. Such a flirt.
But no, it's been an absolute pleasure. So thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Brad, again.
Right.
Thanks,
Cheers,
brothers.
guys.
Good episode. That's
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, that's.
Anything you want to say before?
Do you want to sign us off?
What do we say at the end of the podcast?
I've forgotten.
God, this is tough.
I'm gonna pretend.
Just
I'm trying to think.
go with confidence and just say it.
Yeah.
No, I don't
Do
know.
it.
Mate. Sorry, boys.
Do it.
Sorry. I'm
Just
sorry. That's so
Back
bad.
your mash.
Stay off the path.
Stay off the path.
You point into the phone, not the...
Yeah.
Stay off the path.
Stay off the path.
There we
Stay
go.
off the path. Do it.
Wonderful.